their feelings. So the issue wasn't happy marriage or unhappy marriage. The issue was, did the woman express herself or did she not? So when I come to this point in my talk, this permits me to reassure the men in the audience that the next time you think your wife is a bitch, you should be glad about it.
Yeah, we're there. So I just wanted to go over that, just show you guys that. Were you guys all able to see it clearly and hear it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good. Do you guys have any questions about it? Because I know that I'm not sure if Kathy saw it, but I know the rest of the girls at the office and Ari, I know you've seen it.
Yes,
Um,
I think we sent it to her like once.
okay, okay.
Yeah, she said that she was familiar.
Did anything like come up for you guys, like watching that again?
I really like
Um,
how he shows it, like how he explains like the main thing that everyone like loves about us. Like if we overdo it, it can kill us. Like
Yeah, right. It's like, and it's a funny thing because most of the people I know don't really have that problem. Like, as far as like, and I think that that's what connects us to each other is just the fact that we are able to express our feelings as big or small as they may be, which is also like a right way too when we get rage, which I am very curious about learning as well. Um, but like there are some people that I'm sure we all know in our lives who quietly take the hits, right? And that just seemed too nice. It could be maybe you had a parent that was like that, or you might have a child that seems like that, and you want to not make sure that they express themselves, or maybe you're like that. And so the reason why I wanted to play that was because I really wanted everyone to be very aware of where cancer comes from and where most of these autoimmune diseases come from. And what basically kills us in the end is stress. I know we can't live forever, but at least let us live a quality life where we can express ourselves, feel free, and also love others, but love others in a way that doesn't jeopardize our health. And I think as women, I can't imagine a better crowd to speak to about that because we have created ourselves to all be in the likes kind of like the Virgin Mary or a saint. We are always trying to sacrifice for others. I mean, I know that I felt that way, that I never thought I was sacrificing until, I was 26 years old and I got vertigo and I couldn't stand up straight for almost a year. So it's like your body does speak to you. And that title, When the Body Says No, the book that Dr. Gabor wrote, is an incredible book because it starts to allow you to communicate with your body. And my story is just that I was disconnected from my body from the neck down for most of my life. I never even thought to connect to the rest of it. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was all head, right? All thinking and creativity and go, 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 go until my body finally said, no, you're going to stop or I'm going to stop you. And these little silent warnings that we get in life, sometimes a rash, which I've gotten to, that came before the vertigo, 2 months before, but I ignored it. I just kept putting cortisol cream on it and powering through. And then, I got the vertigo, and I'm sure, if you guys have a story and you want to share it, please do, because I think that it's important that everyone hears how, we can experience these experiences in our life and listen to our bodies. Does anybody want to say something? Like, do you guys have have you noticed that ever happened to you?
I say definitely stress can cause more like diseases that maybe you were not meant to have, you know?
That's true. Yeah. I think that's a good way of putting it. Like, like getting cancer at a young age or, um, and like I think we know when we're not expressing ourselves, and I think we know when we're bottling up a lot. And like the doctor also mentions about the healthy way to express things too. So, these are all things to kind of start thinking about and reflecting on because it might be a new topic that you ladies will be hearing. For those that are here seeing this in a recording, if you have any questions about it or want that link, we can send it to you in the chat. I'm going to share the screen again, unless if anybody wants to say something, please feel free. Okay, I'm like, excuse my disorganization here. I feel like it looks so messy, but it's okay. So we're going to go here. I'm going to go back to where are we now? We're on stress. So I'm going to just kind of like go briefly through this chapter. The big thing I'd like all of you ladies to do is take the test that I have at the end. There is a test here, perceived stress scale. So you're going to basically answer these questions and you're going to see, you're going to basically, because it's not about the situation we go through in life, remember, it's about the way we perceive the situation. That's what tells us our stress levels. Like, so sometimes we think we're like, okay with stress. Oh no, I'm not stressed out. Everything's going my way. But then one little thing happens and then the whole, ship comes tumbling down. So it's important to see sometimes by taking a test like this, we can realize if really we are bottling up stress. So when you ladies have time, and then you can figure out your score over here, definitely take that test. And I'll just go through the questions here. It says, the perceived stress scale is the classic stress assessment instrument. The tool, while originally developed in 1983, remains a popular choice for helping us understand how different situations affect our feelings and our perceived stress. The questions in this scale ask about your feelings and thoughts during the last month. In each case, you will be asked to indicate how often you felt or thought a certain way. Although some of the questions are similar, there are differences between them, and you should treat each one as a separate question. The best approach is to answer fairly quickly. That is, don't try to count up the numbers of times you felt a particular way. Rather, indicate the alternative that seems like a reasonable estimate. So, just basically the idea is just go with your first feeling. Don't overthink the questions when you do this test. And I think that will help us all out a lot. I know it helped me. So here, I'm just going to read briefly here. Ari, do you want to read this? I don't know if you can see it well.
You could read it because I can't really see it well.
Okay.
I'm not on my laptop.
No problem. Okay, so stress. Stress is one of life's big energy drains. So if you feel like your energy and motivation levels are dropping, take a look at what might be causing that. Taking on too much, trying to change too many things at once, or not getting enough sleep or exercise can all play a role negatively on your health. If you're trying to change yourself, be it physically, losing weight, mentally learning something new, or financially paying off debt, take it slow. Break things up into manageable chunks and be sure you're balancing those changes with some time for yourself. This will help you from burning out before your new healthy habits have time to take hold. Therefore, this week, we're going to focus on ways that you can reduce stress levels with a few simple techniques. Make sure to continue meditating throughout the 45-day challenge and continue with positive affirmations as you continue taking on new techniques. So, still stay in that grateful mindset. Continue doing your journaling if you are, those thank yous. Keep with the affirmation every day. We're building on things. So, the stress I wanted to talk about before next week, which is going to be about physical activity, because I also want you to start looking at your physical activity and whatever you do to work out as almost like a stress relieving exercise and also as a spiritual communion with yourself. Most people don't look at exercise like that, and I never did until probably the first experience was spinning, because to me that was so fun and I relieved so much when I did that, and it was in a dark room and you couldn't see anybody, and I loved that. I was like 25 when I experienced that. And the next time I experienced it was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which was a very freeing experience. So whatever you do, make sure that you have fun, Don't think that I got to get through these 25 minutes, Listen to a podcast, listen to music. And if you can find something really cool, like a martial art or dance, go back to dancing classes, just do something different, because also that is extremely healthy for our brains. When we do something new, when we travel, we can't all afford all the time. So if you can't travel, then try a new activity, even go to pottery making classes. Nowadays, there's something called Outschool, and you can do all of these These incredible services are provided online for like $20 a class. So try something new, a cooking class. Just do something that you wouldn't ordinarily do because it stirs up your brain in a really healthy way. And it helps to alleviate stress. And here, it says here, we're talking like a little bit more in depth. Many people over the course of their lives have experienced acute stress, a dramatic physiological and psychological reaction to a specific event. Chronic stress, however, is a consistent sense of feeling pressured and overwhelmed over a long period of time. We humans are very good at facing a challenge, solving a situation, or reaching out to someone to get support, says Rajita Singh, director of Yale's Medicine Interdisciplinary Stress Center. We're wired to respond to stress and remove it, sometimes even automatically, but life has become more complex and many situations don't have easy answers. Singh founded the Yale Stress Center in 2007 to study stress from an interdisciplinary perspective and to improve the treatment of stress-related diseases. What causes chronic stress? Causes of chronic stress could include poverty, a dysfunctional marriage, or family. And some people, some of us have been or are in dysfunctional relationships, are in families that are also dysfunctional, and they've been for so long that we don't even see the dysfunction. There are many possible sources to why, or having a dissatisfying job, right? So a lot of us, we're working just for the money and we don't actually love what we do. And that's taking from us, which is making us more impatient with those that we love. And it makes us more impatient with our children. And it just makes our body sad. And when the body is sad and stressed, it gets sick. In today's hectic society, there are many possible sources. Chronic stress slowly drains a person's psychological resources and damages their brains and bodies, and that is a fact. People experiencing chronic stress might feel incapable of changing their situations. Symptoms of chronic stress. There are cognitive, emotional, physical, behavioral signs of chronic stress.